Get our minds prepared for this evening's service. This is the Will Clayton Church of Christ. This is January the 12th, 2020. And our evening Sunday message is Satan is your adversary. Satan is your adversary. We're going to start with our text that we began with. 1 Peter chapter 5, beginning at verse 1. Thank our brother Robert and others' participation for leading us in worship. He getting us kicked off. Also, I thank Brother Kevin Green, a beautiful Bible study this morning that we had that really gave us encouragement. It's one of those studies you can take and just refer to somebody on YouTube and let them know, check that particular message out, because that is a big argument among those that are lost, that thief on the cross. And Kevin did an excellent job of explaining why he can't affect the service of administering baptism for the salvation of the soul today. And then he gave the plan of salvation and broke it down in detail in the lesson. So thank God for you, Kevin. Good work. We appreciate you being here at this congregation, helping us to develop and grow. 1 Peter chapter number 5. If you're there, we will begin reading at verse number 1. The Bible reads as follows: The elders which are among you I exhort, who am also an elder and a witness of the suffering of Christ, and also a partaker of the glory that shall be revealed. Verse 2 lets us know he's not just talking about older people, as Timothy begins to talk about in 1 Timothy 5. He's talking about the ordained leaders of the congregation. Feed the flock of God which is among you. Now, not that the older brothers cannot feed the flock, but we know he's targeting those who one would expect to be feeding and have possibly been designated, taking the oversight thereof. So the instructions are to help us avoid the adversary Satan. This is what he's going to deal with. He's saying to feed the flock of God. So what to be feed? Is this physical food? Absolutely not, saints. This is talking about the feeding of the Word of God. This is a spiritual message that he is dealing with. Because you don't have to be an older person to feed people food. So this is what we're looking at. We have to understand he's targeting a spiritual group. And what flock would they be feeding? The flock which is among them. So it'll be the members that they are affiliated with. Taking the oversight there. What does one deal with concerning the word oversight? Now, one may want to make this some type of a ruler, like a king, but that's not it. Oversight, G1983. G1983. It means to oversee, by implication to imply, beware. Look diligently, take the oversight. So if projects are going on, we always have our elder to oversee, to watch out. And we may have an older brother who's not an elder. Obviously, make sure that this thing is continuing. Make sure that people, if the ball drops, there's somebody we've asked saints to watch it. It's just not haphazardly happening. Though the congregation be small, it is organized by the scriptures. And so we're falling in line with that. Something, just because you oversee don't mean you're going to get it done. You oversee it. And you have an understanding and explanation as to why it's not getting done. So the idea is, but if that's like, well, who's looking out for it, then, we can guarantee it won't get done. It says, not by constraint. So nobody should have to force the person to do it, but willingly. Not for filthy lucre, not for money, although money may be involved, but of a ready mind. Neither as being lords. Now here goes the key word we need over God's heritage. There are a lot of congregations that function like that. And this is what causes evangelists to let the adversary, the lion, eat them. Because they get afraid, because they have literally taught ignorantly that the elders are like the boss of the church. So guess what they don't want? They don't want a boss. But see, the point is that that's not what he is, and so he's not trying to be that. But if ignorance prevails, it will be taught that way. So then he actually is like a metaphor, taking a knife and putting it to his own throat. And he's trying to push it in, so he's not going to do it. And so therefore we have to understand the individual as an evangelist or as an elder who's an evangelist, as ordaining more, must make sure everyone knows it's not a lost position. What is a Lord? A Lord does not answer to anyone about what they do. In this metaphoric sense, or in the literal sense, a manager only answers to the boss that owns the place. That's it. He makes the shot, calls the shot. The assistant manager only answers to the manager, who answers to the owner. And that's how it goes up. We have to understand, a Lord, if they are put over a congregation, will not answer to nobody but God. See, that's why you got to stop and say, well, my goodness, I believe Jesus has that job. See, that's where it stops. It's very simple. It doesn't take a lot, and that's where we're at. But being in samples of the flock. So how does the individual be a elder to oversee? So now you can remove the term supervisor with the power to terminate. See, you don't have that. Not as an elder. So what's that? He is a supervisor in that he oversees that people are doing the work right. And if not, then guess what he does? He shows them how to do it. Boy, that's pretty easy. That's acceptable and everybody should love it. And so therefore it says, and when the chief shepherd shall appear. Now that goes a chief shepherd. This is the one that answers only to God. Shall appear. You shall receive a crown of glory that fade not away. So, now we look at this thought. Likewise, you're younger. See, now somebody says, okay, well, how do you know that he was talking to a designated? Because now he deals with likewise in the same manner, you younger, submit yourselves unto the elder. So those that are younger, submit to the elder. Yea, all of you be subject one to another. So nice, okay, well, it just says younger to the elder. He's saying all of you submit one to another. So now guess who's included in all? The elder must now submit to the younger if he's right. Boy, this is a beautiful writing. And be clothed with humility, humbleness. You know, if you wear a nice thick coat when it's cold, you should stay warm. The coat keeps your body heat in and keeps more frigid air from coming in. So eventually you get out. Sometimes you get warm and I loosen up a little bit. There's nothing colder coming in and not natural body heat going out. And so therefore, if you clothe yourself with humility, it will keep what naturally is in you that will cause you to stay humble because you know who you really are when you be honest with yourself. And then it will prevent any information coming into you to puff you up. And so it says, for God resisted the proud. So if you say, well, I'm not a proud person. So you got your coat on. So we should have nothing coming out. And then if you got your coat on and what's in you is already good, then you should have no fear other than keep the coat on of humility that nothing will come in. Because if inside of you is frigid, you can put a bunch of coats on and you're losing body heat. That means you're sick. So that's why, it'd be like, man, something wrong with you. You got a coat on, the rest of us are warm. Why are you still going? Well, you might be sick because something inside of you is coming out. So therefore, you say, well, I'm wearing my humility. Yeah, but if pride comes in and nobody's puffing you up, then you're sick inside. And this is the reality. This is just a simple reality of this adversary is coming. And we're going to explain how it gets us. For God resisteth the proud and giveth grace to the humble. So you want to keep this coat on. You come before God without the coat on, I was like, I'll resist you, And I'm going to give you grace if you got the coat on. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you in due time. So there's a time when the Lord said, I'm going to lift you up, And somebody said, well, what type of lift up shall I be working around? Yeah, watch, God going to lift me up soon. They're going to see I'm running this. No, that's not it. Are they going to see I'm the greatest saint ever? No, it is, though I'm in battle, and things are heavy, Satan is coming, one day God will lift me up and I'll gain the victory. This is not talking about you boasting, like it's my day to be king or queen. No. Casting all your care upon him, for he cares for you. So because we know he cares for us, then we cast all our care on the Lord. Verse 8, be sober. So now we have to look at, this has a dual purpose. You can't be sober spiritually if you're drunk physically. I gotta understand that. We just gotta understand that. They go hand in hand. You have to be sober spiritually in order to stay sober physically, and vice versa. An individual who is sober physically and that is not going to accept the words he hears, then he's not sober spiritually. Because if he says, I'm not drunk, he should be able to accept the message. He should be able to look at the words and say, yeah, this is what it means. Yeah, thank God. I'm glad I got it. But if he's fighting you, like, he must be drunk spiritually. See, that's the only way. You know, if you keep telling a person, hey man, do this, and they go, huh? He goes, huh? He says, is he playing? No, huh? So he must be drunk or mentally imbalanced. Something's wrong. Be vigilant. Because your adversary, the devil, you have to be vigilant. You have to be in an offensive mode. Some teams play good defense, they have no offense. So you have to be in an offensive mode, attack mode. Because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom may devour. So if you're vigilant, you don't just lock your doors and hope that the lion doesn't eat us. Don't go out. You have to have a plan. Okay, let's get our weapons together, because we can't stay inside forever, man. We got to go get food. So we're going out at daylight so we can see good, go out at daylight. That's what they do in countries that have animals that are wild around. And we're going to gather our weapons, and we're going to look for his footprints and go hunt him now. Or when do they sleep? They usually sleep in the morning. Let's go hunt him in the morning. That's what vigilant means. Let's go get him. We got to go get the devil. We got to go get this nonsense he talking. It's don't hide. Let's stay in the house. He can't get in. He know you're going to starve to death. No, it doesn't work like that. So it says verse 9. He's looking for what? In verse 8. He's not just walking to exercise his muscles. The devil is looking who I can eat today. A real lion gets up. If he's not at play to make babies or playing around with the babies that he already made, if he's walking around, he's going to move about looking for an area to settle. And that's his spot. Then he's going to move. I'm not an animal expert, but I mean, what else he's going to walk for? To look at the sky? No. It's not like a human. He's going to walk to go get some water. And I want you to know, this is the problem you have. There's only one watering hole. Let me explain. In the jungle, in areas, there's a water hole. You know all the animals drink. You know there's no giraffe hole, hyena hole. They gotta all go to one hole. That's bad. That's like you going to the grocery store and there's lines running all in the store. That's what it's like. But there's a time when everybody's drinking water. So the other animals are drinking, but they're always looking around. And then one animal signals. Everybody backs up because the line's coming. He coming, he drink. He drink all day if he want. And they're watching, but they know they can see he's drinking. They don't run. No, they can see they have intelligence. Disputing the foolishness of Darwin. Their mind didn't develop. They have been given intelligence. And they can see he's drinking water. The monkeys will be eating and looking around. When he leaves, they go get something to drink. They know he's done. They know he's not finna hunt. He's not finna hunt. He don't come to the water and then run and act. No, he don't play. Just eat, drink his water, and he go. Stretches. They can see. They can smell. They can see he's over there. We got a drink now. It's time to drink. Can't be over the line and say, no, you got to drink. You can't go, the devil is here. Don't get no elders because the devil is here. Or we can't have no deacons. They might want to take over. Or if we have an evangelist, please. No, they try to run the church. Don't get no Bible teacher because they think they know everything. Oh, don't get no sisters, no duty because they're trying to take over the church. Don't let them have a ladies' Bible class. Got to watch those sisters' Bible class, brother. I've heard that nonsense so much. Watch the sisters in the Bible class. Some brothers teach it themselves. Man, what are you talking about? You know. He's afraid of the lion. Oh, biting a fingernail. He'll stay in the house and die. And the church won't develop. You have to understand, brethren, this is still God's world. It's still his kingdom. He runs everything. And so he has a line too. The line of Judah. which is Jesus. He has never been afraid of the devil when he was in the skin on the earth before he made that cloud. Because if he was so afraid, he would be like, let's make everybody but Satan. No, he made him too. You know what let you know Jesus is ruler? Because that's who made Satan. You think Jesus gonna make something that he can't whoop? Please. He's also the intelligent being. He'll never fear about Satan. So the idea is we have to accept in our heart is that now after everybody drink, got normal life, they playing with their babies and it's relax time. And then the lion starts to say, I'm hungry now. All my food is around the watering hole and in the vicinity. And I'm going to get what I want to eat. And so Satan is doing you the same way because you must go out into the world. Saints, you have to go out into the world. I want to take a minute to point out some deficiencies in people, the adversary. If you are afraid to go out around people, I want to help everybody in the church and the world. If you're afraid to go out among people, let me show you what you need to do. You need to pick a day to go shopping. If you got somebody shopping for you, stop it. Stop it. Satan is whooping you. You acting like you're too busy, but you really scared to go around people. You at your computer in your house, you don't hardly come out for nothing. You got all kind of things bringing you food. Man, you're becoming a hermit. It's easy to snap like that. And then you watching TV all day long. Who blowing up what? Everybody in court. And you start to get nervous. You need to put some clothes on, take a shower, put some clothes on, and get in your car and drive yourself. You still can drive. And just walk through the store. You don't have but one thing to buy. Just walk and push the basket and nod at people. Because your mind needs to get to accept everybody not trying to kill me. Everybody is not trying to rob me. That boy got a hoodie on because his head cold. And just walk around. Buy you an ice cream cone and eat it on the bench. And don't hop in your car and lock all the doors like a squirrel. You are afraid of society. And you're going to snap at some point possibly. And you may end up at some point actually hurting yourself or someone else who really are looking at you and thinking you normal. You end up hurting them because you have withdrawn. You can't trust people. I've heard people say, man is the worst animal on the earth. He's a beast. He tears up everything. See, that person lost their mind. First of all, we're not animals. See, Solomon was clear. We're like animals in that we die. We die. That's what he's not talking about. We're animals. He's not promoting Darwin's moronic statements. What he's saying is we need to understand God has made you above the animal. You can't make yourself above the animal. God has given you dominion and power over him. I don't care how smart an animal is. I don't care how smart he is. He will never outsmart a human being. Never. You will always figure out how to get. Because you know why? Not that you're so smart. I'm so smart. God says, I'll give you dominion over it. I'll give you dominion over it. I'm going to put a fear in them of you too. Lions could just keep traveling. They just come and eat up all the people. Just keep attacking and eating up people. All animals band together. Snakes start biting people there. But God said, I put a fear in them, and then you got to know how to handle them too. You got to know what you're doing, And so we have to understand why he says, because you must go out among the snakes of the world, the elephants that have memories that they remember. I remember you cussed me out last year. You holy, huh? But you cussed me out last year. So you got to go among the elephants of the world? Yeah, you do. The jackals, he just laugh. Everything holy. Howl and laugh. So you got to go out there. It's one water hole. It's called earth. You got to go out there and live. You got to go out among the tigers that blend in. Well, you can't even see, but by you figure out either they bite you. You have to go out among a giraffe with a long neck looking in everybody's business. Long neck giraffe. You got to go out among all the different animals. But the lion wants to eat all of us. You have to understand. So you're told to be wise as a serpent, but harmless as a dove. So that's the mentality. You also said, if you're God's child, You're not a goat. I know they sacrifice goats, but God didn't call us goats. He called